The pandemic is amplifying the issue of homelessness in Acadiana, and a number of nonprofit organizations are working to help those affected. In tonight's Rebound, Scott Brazda shares the story of a partnership between the Outreach Center and a client who now has a place of her own to call home.
Spent a weekend outside in the park and reached out to the Outreach Center on a Monday, and they welcomed me with open arms.
Angela Angiano had lost everything. She was homeless, and any hope she had of changing that seemed very, very distant.
When I was growing up in the 60s and 70s, one of the American dreams was owning your own home. But forget about owning. What if you can't even afford to rent a home? What if you are homeless? And then, how do you feel when you finally do get that home?
In December of 2018, Angiano lost her house and everything in it in a fire. She and her daughter bounced around from friend to friend. She got an apartment, but then she suffered a brain hemorrhage and was out of work, and subsequently evicted last August. Then, for 2 long days, she stayed and slept in a Lafayette park, homeless.
It was scary, overwhelming, disheartening. You know, it was probably one of my darkest hours.
And then there was hope. She found the Outreach Center in Lafayette, moved in with her teenage daughter, connected with the staff, and began the process of rebuilding her life.
Kind of encouraged hopefulness and reestablished a faith in myself, because that was important. It never felt like a handout. It was more like coming into an extended family.
Brought her into the shelter, provided the basic needs of food and clothing, and you know, we had our team work with her, and they really just helped her walk through step by step, you know, and overcome some of the obstacles that are in place.
The obstacles the Outreach Center helped her breach were those that typically stop someone from being able to get a home of their own, things like having a job or medical issues. And good news, this past February, Angiano was able to move out of the shelter, and she now calls this house her new home.
The world was lifted off my shoulders. It was the best day, you know, being able to tell my daughter that there was, you know, we had a home.
It's why we do what we do, to be able to see people come from homelessness to, you know, be able to have their own house and have their own home.
In Lafayette, Scott Brazda, KATC TV3.